The former Kenyan Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, whose petition to nullify his rival William Ruto's presidential election victory was thrown out by the Supreme Court yesterday, where he said, reacting to this, that he respects the court's decision but disagrees with it. Now, the 7-member court yesterday delivered a unanimous verdict upholding Ruto's victory. Joining me now is Daniel Maanzo. He is Raila Odinga's legal team. And a very good morning to you, Mr. Maanzo, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time. Can we start with your client's official reaction to the court's unanimous decision? Does he fully accept that decision?
No, and first, good morning to South Africa and all your listeners and viewers. South Africa has a very good relationship with Kenya. Continue to enjoy that for many years. And I'd like to say that I have many friends who live in South Africa who are South African and businessmen who do here. So in Kenya, the reaction was, first, we respect the court. Secondly, we disagree with the decision and we do not accept it. For a very good reason, but we feel that the court was intimidated and we had a better chance and a better case than the one we had in 2017. And it is clear through the servers they're able to be hacked and information changed and the wrong figures given. Mm-hmm. So we believe that we won the election. Raila Odinga won the election. And although the court has cleared William Ruto to become the next president of Kenya, we did not agree with the court. We thought there was sufficient evidence. We presented it in court and strongly feel that the court threatened out of what happened last time, intimidated. And for that reason, we live with their decision. We will accept it swearing in, but we want to be strong opposition and look forward to form alternative government in the future.
Mr. Maanzo, if you're saying that the court has been intimidated, the understanding is that this is the highest court in the land. Who might be doing the intimidating, and why would the Chief Justice and her team be intimidated?
In 2017, when the former Chief Justice annulled the election, and of course it cost the country lots of money to do a rerun, of which rerun Honorable Raila Odinga declined to run unless certain conditions had been met. It was similarly probably going to be the same thing. Conditions he had given was that we have to change the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. And the rest of the team, furthermore, it's a constitutional process. It takes a long time. Obviously, it was going to throw the country into a constitutional crisis. So when you balance one thing with another, and bearing in mind that on whether to annul or not to annul is that the malpractice overturns the decision of the people.
Yeah.
In our opinion, it did. Last time, the courts were denied money, Kenyan budget, monies were not released to them. The former Chief Justice was frustrated all through together with the courts. There was a car shot, expecting the Deputy Chief Justice to be there, but she wasn't in the car. So that, of course, your own personal security and your own life comes first before that. So there was every likelihood, and I believe it is, intimidation was real, and it was better done with the election than to follow the law and to implement the Constitution.
Mr. Maanzo, I've got to question you a bit harder on this element where you say that there is evidence that the election was rigged. The Chief Justice, very clear yesterday, even though the judgment itself is a shortened version, the full judgment will be released in 21 days. But the Chief Justice, very clear that there was no tangible proof of any tampering with the systems, the electoral system. So what tangible evidence do you have that this election was rigged?
The servers were not fully opened. Only one server was cloned and opened. And even in that particular server, it had been interfered with or logged in for over 1,000 times unnecessarily. We showed one case where in one polling station where the Form 34A, the physical one in the polling station, was different from the one presented at the servers and at the portals. That particular polling station, Raila Odinga got 61, William Ruto got 109. The total tally 170. In the final analysis, Raila Odinga got 1, William Ruto got 169. The 60 was moved to William Ruto. We said that, and we showed the court that was repeated 4,000 times. The reasoning of the court on that, it was, although there was malpractice, the 4,000 times number, whatever number, was miserable to overturn the general will of the people. And we demonstrated clearly with that sort of interference the lack of following of the constitution by the chairman. It was glaring evidence that the election was not free and fair. It was not simple and verifiable. So we believe the simple excuse that it does not overturn the will of people and the malpractices can be accommodated. That is where the mix is. That's where the problem is. And if the court was to be as bold as 2017, then they would have announced the election. But out of the implementation which followed, under the nullification and the expense the country went into, I
Mr. Maanzo,
they feared to venture into that regime.
Let me ask you this question, and this is important for nation building, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Odinga has now endured 5 election defeats. 5. Trying to become president. This is the 5th one, all right? Now, in 2007, when he made the same dispute, that triggered a wave of violence which led to more than 1,200 people losing their lives. Is Mr. Odinga committed to peace? Yes, Mr. Odinga is committed to peace. He has asked his supporters not to engage into any violence. They have been very true and patient. We know injustice has been done to him. And another good example, Odinga's party has majority of members of parliament. When it comes to senators, the only difference we have is one senator. But when it goes to the governor, we are equal. So the moment we are controlling National Assembly, although some parties are going to move away, now that we have lost the constitutional provision of freedom of association. If you are having more MPs on the other side, members of parliament, it clearly shows that you had won the election. When we do the calculations, it clearly shows that he's actually the one who won. Yeah. So even if he is lost now, he's committed to peace, and he's also committed to fight it in future. Age may not be on his side, health may not be on his side in years, but within the same team, he can now choose another presidential candidate and support. Remember in 2002 when he said Kibaki Tosha, President Kibaki became president. He is very powerful in terms of mobilizing the country, has a very serious following of the country. At the side of Kenya, has been left out in development for many years out of political squabbles. There is tribalism in Kenya, different tribes. In fact, in Kenya, it is how to cluster the big tribes when you form government. Is it fair
then? To change it, powerful political party.
Is it fair then to say that this is possibly Mr. Odinga's last participation in a presidential election? And add to that, if he is indeed committed to peace, will he show that by attending Mr. Ruto's inauguration next week, Tuesday?
I doubt whether he will attend, because we know that William Ruto did not win the election. It is a fraudulent election. It is a fraudulent win. It is a fraudulent government. But we agree that the race was tight. The country is divided into half. I doubt whether he will attend the swearing-in. He's going to form strong opposition. In future, I would advise him to support somebody else within his team to become president. I'm sure if he does that, he will definitely, in 2027, remove William Samoei, although it is very difficult in Kenya to remove incumbent president. It's really, really tough, unless that particular president has displeased Kenyans and has committed certain atrocities. It is really difficult. But he is with the people, and the country is actually divided into two halves, which are almost equal.
Daniel Maanzo, let me thank you very much for your time, sir. Lawyer representing Raila Odinga, the losing candidate in this last presidential election in that country.